Hopefully, this time it's the actual start time. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Oh yeah, you're just my type. I'm sorry. I really like the most recent video from PhilosophyTube because Wittgenstein is like... They were my favorite philosopher when I had to do the philosophy stuff in college.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm reading them like, yeah, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. Sure. You know, I enjoy reading philosophy. And I get Wittgenstein and I go, wait, what? Huh? Is this guy full of bullshit? And I read it again and go, no, this is not bullshit. This guy's onto something. Holy shit, and I love it. So, like, when I first watched it, I was like, oh, the new video. I'm like, oh, yay, queer sparkle. Oliver Thorne's finally coming out as queer, which I'm pretty sure everyone has known for, like, forever. But yay. And then he brings up Wittgenstein language games, and I'm like, wait a second. So I watched it again and saw that, you know, how Thorne was playing a visual language game.
Excuse
and I'm
me.
like, yes, and I'm watching it all again and again. And my kids picked up on that too, and they were watching it again and again. And like in that first musical number, which I don't enjoy very much because I don't like the song, he's got the outfit for the dad and the mom. And my daughter turns to me and goes, why is he making that grr, I'm angry face as the dad? And then Han goes, he does it as the mom too. And I'm like, I don't think I'm allowed under the terms of the court order that I have with your mother to answer this question. Of course, they figured it out eventually. They're like, oh. But, yeah. It's still so cute. It's just still so cute. I want the internet to know that my daughter watched that video 3 times before she came to me to ask what queer meant. It's so adorable. I should probably not let an 8-year-old watch PhilosophyTube, on the one hand. On the other hand, she took my copy of The Racial Contract because she was bored, and she read the first chapter of The Racial Contract, which is a 1998 philosophy essay about the intersection between racism and the development of contract theory, which is super hardcore philosophy. And, like, she enjoyed it. And I kept thinking back to the person that my ex-wife hired to read the kids' futures that said that my son was going to grow up to be a great general and my daughter would grow up to be a philosopher. And now Han is beating my ass at war games and my daughter is reading philosophy books. I'm like, I know it's bullshit and that they're just getting these interests because I am. And we're putting Antonio to sleep. Yay!
No, I'm just burping. That's from the thing.
It's okay. It's okay. Community Showcase is watching. That's a bot.
That's a
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's okay. There's only like one person who comes by to watch this stuff regularly, and I think this person works until like 6:30 or 7 and just shows up to catch the end before jumping off to watch like Quests and Chaos or someone actually good. So, previously on the Shackled City,
we woke up, killed a tongue eater, rescued that one woman from the basement.
do we remember the one woman's name
No.
or description?
She was a dark elf, I think. Dark-skinned elf or something.
Cool. Anything
Either a
else
dark
about
elf
her?
or a dark-skinned elf.
Do you remember anything else about her?
She was a druid. And she worked for the same guy, or the same people that the 2 other elves work for.
What 2 other elves?
I forget their names as well. I am bad with names.
I'm being over dramatic here, hand on forehead and everything.
Hey.
Oh,
And here I
all
am,
this
like,
hard work at characterization.
I mean, I know their characters. It's just I'm not good at memorizing names.
That's fine.
yeah, it's the names. It's
I only remember their names when I'm looking at their tokens.
Exactly.
yeah.
That's actually not
Yeah,
fair.
we
I
did
remember a
that.
couple of their names. This girl's name I
Um,
remember because it's I like it. Shensen is a good name.
I'll be right back.
Hey.
Yay! We're just getting off to a great start this session.
Hmm.
It's like my kids' D&D game. They came up to me on Saturday and after game and they're like, "Do we want to play D&D?" And I'm like, "I just finished. I'm tired." And they're like, "Okay, let's play Twilight Imperium." So I played and I beat them, of course. And then Sunday it's like, "Okay, are we ready to play?" And they look at me and they say, "We want to play Twilight Imperium again. We think we can beat you this time." And my son almost does. And the only reason he's been losing up until now is he didn't understand how you won. He thought you won by conquering the universe. And then he'd start going, "Why are you getting points? How did you win?" And this last game he went, "Oh, I need to pay attention to those cards, don't I?" Which have the way you get victory points. And my daughter turns and goes, "Han, you're stupid."
It's always not understanding the rules. That's my downfall.
I'm back.
Welcome back. And to be clear, my son is not stupid. He's just, you know how like, yeah, I'm sure you know through observation that you get those really smart kids that live in their own heads and don't notice things.
Mhm.
That's my son.
I've noticed that a lot.
And then that's my ex-wife too.
Yeah.
So
So
she lets him get away with it. And then he gets to my house. I'm like, "Han, will you will you take the trash out?" And then he'll go, "Okay," and he'll take out the trash in the trash can. But like if we've done a lot of crafts, I'll have a second trash bag next to the trash can. He'll leave it there because he'll be like, that was trash too?"
Yep, I definitely know what he's going through.
Yeah, we rescued the girl who starts with S from the basement and the body of the guy the head of St. Cuthbert's body, who also starts with S.
You
And
rescued
then
the
we took
head
him
of the
into
head of St. Cuthbert's church.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we took them back to the town. And then we met up with the two elves that both start with the letter F.
The elf guys.
Yeah. And they don't like me anymore. And then we went to bed.
And you had a lovely dream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, also we talked to the dead guy and he told us about the three people we were looking for, which is like is it an undead null? Or is it a null?
That's a good question.
No, it's a normal null. It's a normal null and an undead and no. Who was that? Undead null. Yeah.
There was a gnome?
There's
No.
Maybe.
There's a gnome. There's an undead, and then there's the girl with like the scar, the tattooing, and the symbol on her chest.
Anything else you remember about her?
M? Something about an M?
That's still the old dream that you've been obsessed about.
Hey. Where was it? I think I had it somewhere.
She has the rod.
She used to go to Tana TM's shop.
Yep.
Up until she did something.
Oh yeah, she was a guard,
Yeah,
and she killed some other guards.
yeah,
Then she was chased out or something. I don't know.
yeah. And now you awaken in your secret underground base, knowing who has the rods, but not quite sure of where those rods are.
Mm-hmm.
And since you're underground and it's the rainy season, it is starting to get a little bit dank in your place.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember another thing. That woman was going to come back to the Lucky Monkey yesterday night.
Yes. And I have in my notes that you were going to have Tuneater's body brought here if you could.
Mm-hmm.
You asked Jenya to do that with the people she was sending down to recover other remains.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember why, or do I have to tell you that too?
So we can talk to him?
Yeah, so you can talk with the dead guy.
Yeah.
Yay.
Normal things.
Should I be preparing to remove curses, or are we getting one from the church?
I think we're getting one from her, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think that she's preparing one, because you said you could prepare one.
Yeah.
So we only need to prepare one remove curse.
Okay. So then, what do you want to do on this beautiful day?
Hmm.
I want to get my curse to remove.
Tonatium casts remove curse on himself. His curse is removed.
Yay.
Okay.
Well, Tribu has two people he wants to talk to.
Okay, who are they?
Jenya, to see how the process of how the body went, and anything that her acolytes might have found. And that one guy who's the head of the guards, I think his name was like Scalaran or something. Third with an S, I think. Pretty sure.
His name was... He's not one of them. Where is he? Yes, Skellerang. Terson
You
Skellerang.
might know more about that woman.
Person's gallery.
Who do you wish to speak to first, is the question.
What do you think, Adonia?
Sorry, I'm just like... Ugh.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Well, it might be a good idea to give Jenya a little bit more time, so we should probably talk to the captain first.
Okay. So as you approach the guardhouse, where you presume he would be, it's pretty quiet because it's early in the morning. There's not a big ruckus. You've got a couple of guards going, but mostly people are trying to stay inside. Like the guards who are out on duty are like, instead of standing out in the middle like they normally would, they're kind of crouched to the side under the overhang because it is still raining.
Hmm. I'm gonna ask one of the two guards posted if they know where Tierson is.
Sure, he's in his office. They know you. They have you sign in and lead you off to his office where Tierson is, working on paperwork. Looks like he's running an expense report. He just looks up as you come in and goes, "Ah, the Forgotten Exiles. What trouble are you in this time?"
Do you know of an ex-guard, a woman with tattoos and a unholy symbol on her chest?
He furrows his brow a little. Until you give him her name, which you know. It is Triel Elderast.
Triel Elderast.
And he just goes, "What about the murderess?" Beep, 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 beep.
Well, we're doing something that involves her, and we thought it'd be a good idea to ask you and see if you know anything about her whereabouts.
He turns to you and goes, that would be useful. What are you working on?
She seems to be the one who has the rods that keep the water down.
He stands up, goes around the edge, and shuts the door and says, "Excuse me? Triel Eldhurst is the one who stole the control rods? Is she the one who killed Sarsum too?"
I think that's right, yes.
Does that mean that she's in Cauldron?
No, the last we know of her whereabouts was the Lucky Monkey.
He looks visibly frightened at this news. This is almost as though you're going, "Yeah, Jack the Ripper stole the museum piece." I hoped she was dead.
Doesn't seem like it.
Well, yeah, of course, it's not as though she could steal our life's blood. Oh dear. I don't have any leads, but I'll put out a notice and increase the patrols. The men are going to grumble about this in the rainy season. But if we have a known serial killer who could potentially be in the walls of Cauldron, that's a concern.
Did you have any family or friends you knew about outside of Cauldron?
Well, she was always friendly to everyone in our squad. Until she murdered them.
Speaking of that, could you recall the method in which she does her killings?
I was the one who caught her. She would drug the tea of a guard who was on duty, always on a night that she was off, while another guard was out doing something, and hang them from the rafters. They would die by strangulation. The first time it happened, we thought Carsius had simply fallen to the stress of the job. And when Weimar was found hanging, well, everyone knew about Carsius and Weimar. But then Shale? That was suspicious.
So when you did catch her, did she resist? Like, did she use magic, or was she more of a blades kind of woman?
He unbuttons his shirt, where you can see withered flesh and sword wounds. She struck me with her sword and sucked the life from me with her touch.
May I make a spellcraft check?
Certainly. That looks like wounds caused by an inflict spell. Wounds that were let to heal naturally rather than treated properly with medicine or with magic.
Looks like necromancy.
You have to understand this is a touchy subject. I earned my promotion for solving those murders. But you have to understand, it wasn't my unit as in the guard. It was my unit as in the guards at the west gate. Cressius, Whale, Shale, Dogson, Traveston, Triel, and myself. I cannot authorize this because legally she is considered dead. But if you can bring me her head, I will be personally grateful.
Trust me, we'll make sure that she is dead.
I hope you do.
And if you figure out anything, make sure to let us know.
I will. And as he does, he walks out, knocks on a door across the way, and an older man, maybe 10, 15 years older than Skellerang is, who has a nasty scar across his throat, steps out. And they speak to one another as he lets you leave.
And I shall.
Okay. No one tried to eavesdrop.
I might try to eavesdrop.
Give me a perception check. Tristan, she's back. And then the other guy is signing his responses because she slit his throat. But it does sound from their conversation that this other gentleman is kind of like the file clerk at this point. But he is going to personally oversee the manhunt quietly from the shadows. Tonatium, did you pay any attention to the man who Skellerang went to go speak to, or did you just head out on your own?
I just head out.
Okay. Well, then there's nothing else to have at this moment.
Alright. Now that that's done, we should probably see what Jenya has to tell us.
Yay, Jenya. So, if we were playing Call of Cthulhu or something, I'd say make a luck roll now. I'm going to say, would each of you please make a charisma check?
Charisma check. So just a flat charisma?
Yeah, we're going to see how favored by the gods you are. Favored enough, it seems. When you arrive, you can see two acolytes who seem to be lying down in pews, panting heavily. And a third, still armored up, as all the acolytes in the church currently are, saying, "Come to the back." And then, instead of leading you back into Jenya's quarters, they lead you upstairs to what you can only gather are private viewing rooms for, like, funerals and such. And in one of those rooms, on a slab, is the remains of Tongue Eater.
How's the state of his body, other than like being stabbed and choked by tentacles?
A little bit of rot is setting in. It's been a couple days in the hot jungle in the rainy season, after all. It's a little bit muddy. There's some evidence, like there's damage to the joints. It looks like someone had to dislocate his shoulders to get him onto a back as a pack and run. And you can see Jenya walking around, treating it with oils so it doesn't stink up the place.
Well, it looks like getting his body back went well.
The acolytes who went there were gathering up his body when their watchmen barely noticed the people returning. We did not retrieve any of the other remains, and we lost one acolyte. It did not go well.
Did they happen to see the way that they went afterwards?
My acolytes who survived are the ones who ran as fast as they could with these remains. The other acolyte was cut down guarding their escape.
Well, that was quite a noble sacrifice of him.
Well, hopefully it's going to be worth it.
We'll do everything in our power we can to make sure it is.
Excuse me. All right, then. I still need to give one of you a curse removal, yes?
Yep, that would be me.
She casts Remove Curse.
Yay!
All right, then. Am I casting... Do we know what we're intending to ask?
Well, probably about the location of their hideout, if they have any. And any other information that might be particularly useful.
Perhaps you should ask them about the plans for the wands.
We should be prepared. Sarson wanted to speak with us. Tongue Eater will not. We will have issues.
So Plains of the Rod. Their hideout. What else would be good information to ask for them?
Try to be precise. If we cast the spell and we manage to make contact, we can compel the spirit to answer. Truthfully. But if it can be vague in its answer, it will be. Excuse me. Are we ready? Or are we just silent? I'm sorry. Are we ready?
I don't know. I'm like trying to think of a good question, but
Well, maybe Tarlatium isn't the person who asks questions. Maybe Turvu's the more of that person. He has been thus far.
I'm just trying to think of how best to word those two questions. Because if I just say, "Hey, where's your hideout?" he might say, "Oh, blah, 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 blah." Yeah, something like stupid. What was that woman's name again?
Triel?
Triel?
Yes.
Alright. I think I'm ready.
Alright. She proceeds to cast the spell. And shit. She casts the spell, and nothing happens.
I'm guessing he didn't want to talk.
She kind of gets a sweat mark on her face and pants. This is a very strong-willed spirit. I expected we may fail the first time. Give me a moment, we'll try again. Like, when she starts casting the spell, there's no flashy lights or anything, but you can tell she's exerting herself in a contest of wills with the spirit of Tongue Eater.
Is Speak with Dead a divination spell?
It is. Did you prepare it?
No, I'm just I was just thinking if I could cast that, I'm a bit more of aligned with divination.
Well, as she fails the second time, collapsing to the ground panting, she says, I've never had to call upon a will so strong and so evil. It takes pleasure in my struggle.
Is it possible to get that into a scroll? Should I cast it? I think I have a bit of ability in divination, though it's not my specialized school. Perhaps I could break through.
She nods. I'll send someone to see if we have a scroll. And lo and behold, they do have a scroll. She'll need, compensation for it so they can reproduce it later, but they are willing to allow you to have it now.
How much for it?
You could settle up later.
Okay.
So, if you're the one casting the spell, what is the DC of your will save for a level 1 spell?
For a level 1 math spell, it'd be normally 16, but let me check. Yeah, it would be a +1 for. So it'll be a 17.
A 17. So you cast the spell, and as you do, you feel Tongue Eater, and you can almost hear his voice in your head. You again. Your blood was sweet. And you try to pull him into the body to force this spirit to speak. And it toys with you before flitting away once more into the abyss.
Boy, is he stubborn. Let me try this then. As I say, as I take out my spellbook. Discern next of kin.
Well, that's not in my notes. Let's see what we get here. So normally you have to scan the thoughts of an individual. I'll allow you to do it because you were just in this epic battle of wills with the spirit. I'll allow it to work. Like, you reach down and take a copper piece that's been placed upon Tongue Eater's eye and use that as your spell focus. And you cast. And it does get a will save.
Well, that's definitely not over 17.
No, it's not. He does not have spell resistance. So, the question is, who is his next of kin? Oh god, his next of kin is that one. Oh god, oh god. Okay, then.
Did I dug too deep?
You dig it down. Did you dig it down when you should dig it down?
You see in this moment an image of a great ruined city in a cavern by a lake. You see an image of a dark cave behind this cavern. You see an image of a rotting beast dripping green ichor from its mouth and the various rotting sores along its flesh. And you see an image of a hole in the mountain side. You see the wall of cauldron right above this hole. Not quite certain where along the wall, but it seems that the entrance to the cavern this is in is near the city walls, nestled in the rocks, just out of view of the paths leading up to Cauldron.
Is it in the Demon Scar? I swear to God, if it's in the Demon Scar.
No, the Demon Scar is quite a ways away.
Okay, good.
But yeah,
A hole in the wall that...
I should give you an image of the person you saw. Probably, right?
Probably.
Since you have an
The person
image
that
of the next of kin. I'm going to put it in the Discord.
Oh, he seems charming.
You can recognize the holy symbol without needing any role as the unholy symbol of Arithnul, god of slaughter.
Is that the undead null?
Is it? Yeah, they described him as zombie-like or something, right?
Yep.
And where was he at? A hole in the wall of Cauldron?
A hole
No,
in the
no.
ground near the wall of Cauldron, sheltered from view from the paths.
A hole in the ground.
You have knowledge local. Will that help?
It might.
I'll try it.
So you sit there and you think for a moment, and with that roll, you do know where this is. You know exactly where this is. On the Cauldron map, you'll notice that I've revealed one of the hidden secret things on the map. And now I need to put it actually on the map.
Oh, is that the entrance to the lava tube?
Yes.
Ooh, lava tubes.
You know that the lava tubes... So this may not be the hole that he's thinking of, but you know that the lava tubes criss and cross under Cauldron. And this seems very much to be what it is. Also, I'm an idiot. I was just like, I don't know where this is. I'm going to put it there, but I just saw where it is. I'm pretty sure that's it. No, that's not it. Well, I'm even dumber.
I'll
Is it
pretend
this
I
one up
didn't
here?
see that.
Come on. Do I have another one? There it is.
This one. Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
So I had to hide these because... Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You can see. And you see it's right by the wall. It's kind of sheltered in the rocks.
That's very close to the wall.
And it's right by the east gate, where Skellerang and Triel and the others served on the guard.
Didn't they die by the west gate, though?
If I did, I fucked up.
Mm.
It was the east gate. I entirely do not put it past myself to have fucked up east and west.
I mean,
Don't
I
worry,
thought
I
you
get
went
those
off the
two
bat.
mixed up.
But yeah. But yeah, Tonatium, you recognize the vision.
I think we might have found the lead.
Huh? Touche.
Saw a vision of a gnome in a cave. Outside Cauldron, but still within its walls.
Or by its walls, not within its walls.
By its walls. You ever heard about the lava tubes?
I would assume Taylor has. He grew up here.
Yes. The Alley Bashers did not use the lava tubes as hideouts because they were a little bit too dangerous.
Yeah. Me and my friends never did go in there, though. A little bit dangerous.
Well, I saw a vision of an undead gnome hiding out in there.
Well, maybe we should investigate.
Yes. Though, if it's in the lava tubes, we might need to prepare. What do I know exactly about the lava tubes?
Would you make me a knowledge dungeoneering check?
I can do that.
So you know that these are a bit of a maze. There's numerous caverns under Cauldron that tend to be occupied by different sorts of monsters. And near the surface, there's not too much of a problem, right? The city guard would find out about and handle anything down there. But these, well, the lava tubes connect down to the Underdark. They connect back into Crater Lake. Part of the reason that pretty much the only reason that the city hasn't already flooded is that extra rainwater is partially draining off into the lava tubes. And so the water level kind of has to rise in those as well as in Crater Lake itself to a point. You can expect, if you get lost, to run into creatures ranging from gelatinous cubes to basilisks, undead, possibly even devils that have been summoned by some sort of monstrous cultist deep within the tunnels. Legend even has it that there's a minotaur somewhere down there. And a portal to the elemental plane of Earth.
That sounds really dangerous.
Very, very dangerous.
And
but I
also,
do-
it is said that somewhere in the lava tubes, you actually can reach the magma core of the volcano, where there is somewhere deep within a portal to hell itself.
Is there any lava in the higher up lava tubes, or are they just places where lava has been before?
They're just where lava has been before. You have to go very deep for this.
So we're not at risk of burning, just dying to horrible monstrosities.
Yeah. You'll have to go hunting for burning death.
Speaking of hunting, what can you tell me about gelatinous cube slime thing?
Gelatinous cubes are perfectly translucent and transparent creatures that grow to fit the cavern that they're in. And then they just kind of sit there. And they gather prey by being completely transparent and having prey walk into them, at which point they just kind of glop around them and digest them.
Yeah. Anything to fight against that?
Magic.
They're immune to electricity.
Oh.
They've got your good old ooze traits, so they're immune to poison, paralysis, sleep, polymorph. They're immune to critical hits. They're immune to flanking. They're immune to sneak attacks.
I just mean everything I have.
They have no minds, so they're immune to mind affecting spells. They have no eyes, so they're immune to anything visual. They're very, very slow.
I don't think I can hurt them at all.
And the only way that they can hurt you is by engulfing you and slowly dissolving you in the acid that is their form. The acid that paralyzes creatures that it touches.
Hey.
I physically cannot harm it.
Yeah, you'd have a bit of trouble killing one, but on the plus side, you can probably just walk away if you notice it before you walk into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do have a
Maybe
necklace
it's
of
time
fireball.
I... What?
I said I do have a necklace of fireball. Probably would be useful against the gelatin.
Before we go throwing fireballs at jellies, I was thinking we could invest in a really long stick.
A really long stick. I have a spear.
Like, 10-foot stick.
A 10-foot pole.
I watched Saturday night's Quests and Chaos's Call of Cthulhu stream, and their GM, who does not like D&D, and all of his players do, so they give him a hard time. He went off on a rant about how stupid 10-foot poles were. Because they're so big. Because they're so big.
Yeah.
I was thinking we get like a collapsible one or something.
That's exactly what the players said. Is they said they fold. I just thought you'd get a kick out of it.
So basically, you want to get like a 10-foot pole so we can hold it in front of us as we're walking.
Yeah, it'd be like one of those, like, it'd be like similar to like those lightsaber toys, or like you just give it a flick and it extends.
So that way we don't run into the gelatin.
It's a good idea.
I should probably open up my characters. I should probably look that up. Price.
I think it's a silver piece for one.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Something like.
If it's more than that, you got a bargain. If it's less than that, you got conned.
I'm too rich to be. I am too rich to worry about stuff like that now.
Why was I even running a shop to begin with? I should have known the real money was in risking my life all along, and then letting the bandits murder the entire inn and just taking all of the treasure.
So you said it was a silver, and if any more, we're getting gypped.
If it
I thought you
costs
said.
less than
Yeah,
that,
it looks like we're getting gypped 10 times because it's a gold.
oh well, you got a good deal because you're heroes. Good job.
Hey.
Yay.
No, we didn't get a good deal. We got a bad deal.
Why?
10 silver to a gold. You got it for 1/10 the price.
Hmm?
You just bought a 10-foot pole for 1/10 of the price. What do you mean you got a bad deal?
If it was 10 silver pieces, it cost a gold. Isn't 10 silver a gold?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's equal.
So you bought it for 1 silver.
No. Neat.
Yay!
1
Money.
silver. 1/10
For a 10-foot
gold
pole.
piece.
1. Ha 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 ha.
If we do have to fight one, I'm useless against it, so have fun.
And oh yeah, there's also the basilisk. Or would that be? Was that engineering or nature? I forgot.
Dungeoneering.
Engineering.
Will a
Okay.
2 help that?
Don't look at it, you turn to stone. That's what you know. That's what everyone knows. Don't look at basilisk, you turn to stone.
That is going to be a bit more of a problem to handle, I guess.
We have a mirror.
So you're going to walk down a dark tunnel that you've never explored, looking in a mirror, poking at the floor in front of you.
Why don't you just reverse the mirror so when the basilisk sees it, it turns itself into stone or something?
Because its reflection doesn't turn you to stone, only it. Kind of like how Medusa, that's how they defeated Medusa. He looked through his shield, which was a mirror.
Not sure how much I'd fare against demons or devils, though.
It'll be fine.
For some reason, talking about them always makes me, yeah, gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Hmm. So the gelatins are translucent, they're not transparent, right?
They are transparent.
They're transparent.
Yes.
So are they invisible to the naked eye?
They are almost
I'd say it's
invisible.
more like glass. Like, if you're not paying attention, you're gonna bump into it.
Exactly. They are almost invisible to the naked eye if they're not moving.
I'm assuming keeping Death Watch up will not help.
They are living things.
Even Death Watch, you have to be aware of them.
Ah. Then no.
I could prepare this one trip. That could probably help us with our expedition.
I like the thought of Teru and Tonatiuh just now constantly contemplating and thinking of stuff in the middle of Jenya's room.
Yeah, once you started kind of going into adventurer mode, Jenya excused herself and let acolytes come up and handle the treatment of this horrid orc's corpse.
Or maybe Jenya might have something to help us deal with the devils.
Unfortunately, she says, that was all Sarson's work.
You don't have like a cold iron dagger or something?
She kind of starts asking around. She will be able to find one for purchase.
For purchase. And how much would that cost?
You're making me look things like that up. I have other things open.
I'll be back. I gotta go. I gotta go do something for a few minutes.
All right.
Wow, making me be a GM? Wow.
I can look it up.
I've already found it. I'm just complaining because I like to complain.
Gosh, kid, such a whiner.
It costs twice the normal cost of a weapon.
That's twice.
Yeah.
Alright. And a dagger's like a gold, I think.
Yep. So it'd be 2 gold for a cold iron dagger.
Cool. How much does she have for sale?
So she's asking for 5 gold, and it's not her, it's one of the acolytes. One of the acolytes has a cold iron dagger that she inherited from her grandfather, who was an adventurer. So she's asking for 5 gold because it's a sentimental thing.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And that's
I'll
the
give her
only one
10 gold,
available.
actually.
So this is a curved cold iron dagger, and the blade itself is engraved with prayers to Pelor, god of the sun.
Huh. It just it has the same stats as a normal dagger?
Yeah, it's just a normal dagger, but cold iron.
With prayers on it.
But yeah, it's just pretty, and it's non-magical. It looks like maybe someone was considering making it magical but didn't have the craftsmanship to make it masterwork, so they gave up.
It'll definitely help me, though.
So Since we're waiting for Antonio to get back, I'm going to run and refill my water.
All right.
Please don't run away in case Antonio gets back and I was like, oh no, where is everyone?
I'm back.
Welcome back. I have a cold iron dagger now.
Neat.
So I have some way to defend myself against demons.
Demons and devils.
Yeah. And Fae. If we ever run into those things.
They might. Who knows?
And when concealing a dagger,
Yeah.
instead of being a 19, it's a 21. Because daggers get a +2 bonus on sleight of hand.
I may still feel tired, but man, I'm feeling a lot better.
That's good. Ow, hands.
A little embarrassing that I did that in front of you guys.
Can't be helped. I think it's perfectly fine.
What to do? Oh, yeah. Rope. You have rope.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So, any other preparations you wish to make? Maybe a good night's sleep and a re-preparation of spells?
Yeah, good night's sleep so I can properly prep. I am going to need some spells for crowd control, especially for going into tunnels.
Yes. You know, Tonatium, that you're looking at tunnels leading to a cavern with a lake with something that's some sort of like an ancient fortress or castle inside of it.
Wonder if I should prep that. Actually, the scouts might just end up hitting dead ends. Like literal dead ends.
As in places where the tunnel doesn't go on any further.
Because there's a jelly in it.
One of your bug scouts.
Yeah, I'm gonna prep the other spell instead. Let's see. What about? Yeah, I'm gonna prep for spring.
Oh god, fuck.
Let's see. Just in case, I have magic circle against evil.
Oh, I scared myself.
That Blash, protection from evil communal. Flaming sphere, kept that. We're going to somewhere that's probably hot. Should I make it hotter or should I just try to get it colder?
I mean, both of us have fire resistance, so we're resistant to temperatures.
That's alright. I'm gonna roll knowledge religions on the undead. Or like a zombie. I'm trying to remember what they're immune to.
Zombies? Zombies are resistant against bludgeoning damage. They take more from slashing. Skeletons are the opposite way around.
Skeletons are resistant to slashing and piercing.
Yes.
They have immunity to fire and ice damage, right?
No.
No?
A lot of them are immune to cold. Zombies tend to be, but not to fire.
Not to fire, okay. So I'll keep those up.
Don't confuse it with the gentleman on Saturday who did the TPK. He's special.
He's
He's
special.
Yeah, and his specializes is being tripped.
I'm just now remembering like I don't recall if Saldos. Don't recall if liches are immune to cold or not.
Saldos was already immune to cold, I thought.
No, his curse he's immune to extreme cold temperatures, but not to cold damage itself.
Ah. Well.
Strange, isn't it? The isolate takes cold damage normally.
Saldos was Saldos. I like to imagine that he took psychological damage from the cold.
Yeah. Actually, I think it'd be perfect sense that cold does normal damage to him. All things considered, because that's the only thing he feels.
It doesn't do damage to him, he's just got massive snowphobia.
Yeah.
Oh, so we are rushing, right?
Yes.
That's good, because I wasn't at full health. I was at 40 out of 51.
Oh yeah, we gotta heal.
Yeah. You can heal yourself up before resting. Tonatium is doing, a full swap out of spells. Like, well, we're going into tunnels, I need this and this and this.
Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to prep.
I don't think any of my spells are useful.
Fun nor burning missiles.
Yeah,
Not
might
burning
actually
missiles.
be.
I don't want burning missiles. What spell is that? What is burning missiles?
The only spell I have that might be useful is Summon Minor Monster.
Let's see. Hold portal. Only this. Chill touch. La!
That was loud.
Sorry. I saw protection from law and I just thought of this one movie thing.
I'm the law. The
Yeah.
law.
Yeah. Burning hands, just in case.
Need to cast Magic Missile at the darkness and Burning Hands at the light.
I was under impression, I just realized there's no lava in the tunnels. At least not at the entrance, so I was like, until that hit, I was under the impression that there'd be, like, veins of lava that just brightens up the whole cavern.
Nope.
Nope.
No, it's dark.
Don't worry, I have the... Let's see, and if we get lost, I have a spell that might help us out.
Yay. So do I. I summon Minor Monster. I can summon some bats. That'll help us.
Dang it, where do I put this in? Do I put in... let's see. Yeah, let's put in Burning Hands. Let's see. Level 2! I've really got to turn blood transcription into a scroll or something. I ingest some enemies' blood and I learn all their spell. Then I learn a spell.
Does it have to be a dead creature?
I don't think so. I'll have to relook at how it works. I don't think I'm gonna use it.
I just imagine, like, downtime. You cut me in the wreck. You cut me a bit just to learn some of my spells.
Let's see, dispel, circle against evil. think that one might be useful. Yeah, and fourth level just yeah. Okay, I think my spells are set in order.
Yep, it has to be a dead one.
While you
Well,
were
at
doing
least
that,
there-
while you were doing that, I was trolling Twitter, and now I'm angry because a horrible local hipster brewery that just makes like Bud Light but expensive is now displaying the sign of my favorite restaurant in the area that had to close down because no one was going to it anymore. R.I.P. Bohemian Cafe.
No.
No. Czech food. Ah, grumble, 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 grumble. Darn you, Interstate. You killed the 16th Street corridor. Now only Zesties remains. And even then, people forget that Zesties remains because Zesties never fixed their sign or replaced their windows after they got smashed in by that gang 10 years ago and just uses their kitchen to prepare ice cream that they sell in their truck.
I am now in the mood for chicken tenders. Because it sounded like the name of a bar where they would sell like some really good chicken.
No, Zesties was an ice cream joint that was across
Oh.
from the old stadium. It was part
So
of
it's
this
like the ice cream feel like similar to Dairy Queens or something, or
Yeah. It was like a local Dairy Queens.
yeah.
Although, to be honest, the only place that I really miss from that corridor are Bohemian Cafe and Donut Stop. And Donut Stop only closed down because the owners were like 90 and no one wanted to replace them.
Oh.
Donut Stop was just this great place. It opened at 7 o'clock at night, closed at 10 in the morning. You could buy donuts and you could buy coffee. And the coffee was Folgers. And they brewed it like you'd brew it at home. And it was 50 cents a cup.
Huh.
That's where we would play D&D in college, is we'd go down to that place and we'd get some donuts and some coffee and we'd play D&D. And like, it was a funny moment because like the guy that my friend that was not in my D&D group and I would buy weed from would hang out there. And he's just like, I've always wanted to play D&D. And our GM was like, sure, you can join us. And it was 6 months until my GM realized that the new player that he met at Donut Stop was a drug dealer.
Oopsies.
And it was great because he learned out. He's like, where's Austin? Austin's normally on time. I'm like, Austin got arrested. And he's like, huh? And then it finally clicked that the Austin in the group and the Austin that I bought weed from were the same person. The moral of the story is don't sell drugs. It ruins D&D groups because you'll get arrested. And then where will we find another player willing to play D&D at 1:30 in the morning?
Me.
Not me. I
In
get cranky when I
downtown
don't sleep.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah, me. Obviously. I'm in downtown Nebraska.
Downtown Nebraska. You're very close, but there's actually 2 towns in Nebraska that can justifiably be said to have downtowns. Omaha and Lincoln, you may as well consider the Haymarket a downtown. And then all the other towns claim to have downtowns, but like downtown Bellevue is a park next to a church. Doesn't fucking count. Whoo, I let everyone know where I went to college. Yay, I went to college at the University of I went to college at the University of No Opportunity.
I didn't go to college.
That's the real University of No Opportunity. But
Not going.
I went to a community one.
there you go.
That's a bit better, right?
Yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
mean, anything's better than nothing.
Unfortunately, I was still trying to figure out my dream job or whatever, or what I wanted to do with life, and I just ended up just spreading it out and eh.
yeah. Well, I mean, I got a degree, and I'm now not working in a field related to that degree at all. So,
Hmm.
college is education is important. College is bullshit.
Yes.
There are
Graduate high school.
I mean, there's more efficient ways to learn what you need to learn nowadays than a university environment, unless you're
Internships.
really out for an academic thing. So go to college to get a humanities degree. Go to MIT OpenCourseWare to get a computer science degree. Anyway, now that we've scared another bot into the chat to watch,
We should get them into the chat?
yeah, we now have 2 bots. Are we
Okay, so
ready
how
to-
do we scare them to go away?
I guess we just play normally, and they decide we're boring, and they leave.
And now I'm hungry.
So,
No, it's only about time for dinner to start. People
you-
to start making the dinner, not finishing it.
are you ready to head on down?
I guess. I'm not preparing.
So,
Should really get a team should really get a lawyer.
let's,
Why?
Last will and testament.
I don't imagine you just following Turbo going, oh god, it's this guy.
well,
Well, I don't want all my stuff going too. Like, who's gonna take my stuff when I'm gone? Like the storm
Me?
blade?
Me?
You're more to be fair, you're more than likely gonna die with me.
I'm probably gonna die before you.
exactly. Tonatium's gonna be fine. Turvu dies, Tonatium runs away, everything's good.
Yeah. Unlike Dex.
Would someone make a survival check?
In the state that we shall both perish, I bequeath all of my belongings to the Church of Palor.
I think I don't know which of us are better at survival.
Both of you get the chance to make it. As you walk
I'm gonna
down
go-
into this tunnel that seems remarkably even.
Okay, so when Tonatium makes his, I'm gonna give him a +2.
Okay, in that case it's a +4.
Well, that beats the DC 5. So, yeah, when you start getting down, you've been nervous, right? And you can see from this tunnel where tunnels go off to the sides. You can also see where the tunnel's been widened and smoothed and had stairs cut in to make it easy to go in and out.
I guess we're looking in here first.
Before we continue on anymore, Turbo is going to conceal a star knife and an iron dagger in each hand.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll take out the 10-foot pole.
And here are my conceal checks. That's for the star knife is the 38 and the dagger is the 25.
So, actually, I have this set at Vision Night, and I see here in my notes something. As you get deeper down past the initial bit, the walls of the cavern are actually smeared by what looks like cultivated patches of phosphorescent fungus. And as you go, you see that the cavern that it opens up to is actually surprisingly well lit.
Well, obviously someone's been here.
So you can see where the tunnel widens into a large cavern. The cavern itself is mostly dark, but there's sticks placed at regular intervals along the shoreline, lit and flickering with these green continual flames. And they cast their shadows through the entire cavern to where you can actually see in the distance the castle rising at the far end of the lake. There's a small pile of wooden planks stacked at the edge of the ledge. Nearly 100 feet below, the waters of a lake that's filled with dimly glowing green algae laps against cave walls encrusted with pallid fungi. A small stone building is built into the side of the ledge wall here, and a pair of heavy ropes descends from a winch on the building's side, dangling across the lake to a similar winch attached to a wooden structure on the lake's far shore. Suspended on these ropes is a rickety wooden iron cage mounted on a system of pulleys. The lake's phosphorescence just barely illuminates the vast cavern, and you can see what appear to be the partially melted ruins of a castle protruding from a sparkling wall of volcanic rock on the far side of the cave. Several entrances are there at the ground level, but you see no windows in the ominous dark facades.
Are we supposed to be seeing this guy?
I'm sorry?
Are we supposed to be seeing this guy?
Which guy?
This guy?
No. There's no guy there.
Who? Who's Storkaloth?
There's no guy there. If you're asking about who is Sorkaloth, you know that name. That's one of your old friends from the Alley Bashers.
Yeah, totally.
Kind of a dick.
Kind of a dick.
Yeah. But yeah, the air here is thick, warm, and very humid. There's a door into the building there.
I see it.
I'm gonna real quick check that door for traps.
All right. You detect no traps.
I will stealth. And peek into the door if I can.
I'm sorry?
And I'm gonna stealth and peek into the door if I can.
The room inside is lit by a torch on the wall, flickering with a continual flame, much like the one that's right outside here. There's a door on the far side of the room, but the room itself is dominated by a large winch.
Okay, but seriously, who the hell builds a castle in a volcano?
Questions to be answered. Awesome.
You can hear some conversations going on the other side of that door.
I'm gonna motion to him to get down. as in stealth.
They're obviously that it's clearly a conversation about poker. Like you can hear people playing badly, kind of trying to bluff and such.
I'm gonna peek into the door.
Okay. I need to. You can see inside a room with a couple of beds and a table, and you can see one of the two people, the other's just out of your vision, and they're playing poker. They have, looks like mugs of ale on the table between them.
Step inside to try to get a better look.
Okay, well, at this point, they'll get perception checks. Because you're there.
Was this what you meant by we were going to get roasted?
I never seen her.
Yep. They're just calmly and quietly chatting. They're playing cards. From this angle, you can see, in addition to the cards that they're playing and a couple of mugs, in the center of the table is a perfectly smooth red gem.
Perfectly smooth red gem.
Yes.
I'm gonna step back in here for a bit. And then a little whisper to Jonathan. There's two people playing poker.
Yeah, so... What? We just blast them?
Do you think we should blast them, or maybe I can convince them that we're new recruits?
Are you sure that's gonna work?
Oh, they've been drinking, so they're probably drunk. And I don't think.
Do they look like they have uniforms?
Uniforms? Do they look like they have uniforms, Skip?
They're wearing leather armor.
They're just wearing armor.
Hmm.
But if this winch is what we need to get across, we're probably going to need someone to operate it.
Well, you can try. I'm just gonna get this wand out in case things go south.
Alright. Peerview is going to stand up and not stealthing anymore and casually rap on the door as he walks into the room.
So immediately, as you rap on the door, the two of them have dropped their cards and drawn kukris. And one of them, number 74, has the kukri in his left hand and has his right hand hovering just right above that red gem.
Oh, hold on. I'm no threat.
Who are you? We don't know
I'm
you.
a new recruit.
And I didn't hear about any new recruits. Would you make a bluff check for me?
Alright. And let's see, where's my bluff? I think it is, you get a bonus for lying. Yep, I have a 14 when lying.
So they stop and they go, we haven't heard of any new recruits. Yeah, but we've been drinking for like days, and then they say Tongue Eater was gonna go out, get a lot of treasure. Yeah, you with Tongue Eater?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Might be one of them alley bashers. Alley bashers, eh? Let Triel know you're here? The 74 is taking that red gem and he's flipping it over, and on the other side, where it was on the table, it's blue.
Oh, we don't need to let them know we're here. They already know. Can you just let us get across?
Yeah, sure, why not? You lose your symbol? He fiddles at his belt, and there's one of those unholy symbols, those weird ones, those triune ones.
Oh, my friend has it.
Your friend has it. Well, you might want to keep it on you. No one really cares but the three big uns, but they take it serious.
I'll keep that in mind.
This your friend?
Yes, sir.
I'll just wave at them, like a quick one.
He looks at you up and down and goes, damn. Is he, like, here to help Skaven? This dude looks all magic and shit.
He's very adept at that.
Well, good luck. Hope you don't piss Skaven off like the last guy did. Last guy gave Skaven trouble, got handed over to Tarkalar.
What happened there?
You ain't met Tarkalar yet? He went with Tongue Eater and everyone.
I'm curious what happened to him.
Same thing happens to everyone who goes to Tarkalar. He kind of puts his hands out and goes, you know? We haven't met yet. Narthus.
Turvo.
Nice to meet you, Tarvu. So, here's the cage. He's laid out a couple of planks to walk into the cage. Neither of you looks too terribly fat, so there shouldn't be any issues. And I'll
All right.
crank you on down.
Thank you.
And he goes over, he pats Tonatium's shoulder. Don't comment on the height, man. Don't comment on the height.
Guess I'll get in.
Turvo will get in as well.
Okay. And as he starts cranking the winch, the cage starts going down the rope, swaying dangerously to and fro. Until it eventually hits the other end. And you can hop out.
Oh, God.
I can't believe that worked.
I see the thing.
It does not see you.
See, it all went perfectly fine.
Also,
Told you I'm a good liar.
those things should not be visible. Okay. Actually, no, that one should be visible, because it's laying out sunning on the other side of the beach, so to speak. But yeah.
I swear to the Eclipse that if we end up captured again and we have to fight through our own way again...
Well, you might want to keep that unholy symbol you found on Tongue Eater out and about.
Whatever, it says I clip it on.
Okay. You now have a unholy symbol of the Ebon Triad clipped on. Congratulations. So, where you are now is that area. So, the beach that you've landed on is covered in rocks and patches of fitfully glowing phosphorescent fungus and algae. The stony ruins protruding from the sheer rock wall along the western edge are extremely impressive. They're massive and melted. And even behind, being melted, it's obvious that whatever built this castle was inhuman and alien in nature. Except, of course, for this, which is just a little wooden shack.
I'm assuming it's the other side's wench house.
You do see the ropes going in and wrapping around the same external object.
I guess we have no need to go in there.
Oh, where should we go? There is one door here, and it looks of it, one door down here.
I heard an ah.
No, I just got an error. It's gone now.
Okay. I assumed that you would trip the alarm, and I have everyone where they will be when the alarm is raised. So I need to move them to where they're supposed to be when the alarm isn't raised.
Because we snuck in all stealthy spy-like.
Yeah, it's good. We're ready.
Well, why don't we start with this door over here?
Sounds like a good idea.
So this building is actually unlocked. The walls inside are lit by continual flames. The ceiling of this room rises into a 40-foot high dome. The floor is smooth and polished, greenish white stone. The ceiling seems to be built in such a way that water forms in condensation and runs down the walls in grooves to make these little shimmering waterfalls. There's a long table with at least 24 chairs in the center of the room. And 2 side doors and a great pair of double doors across the way.
I was thinking this is just another entrance.
Yes, that seems to be the other side of the entrance.
So, Trevor, what do we have here?
I'm assuming a dining room. Or maybe a mating room.
It's a dining room. There might be a kitchen nearby.
Let me take a peek into this door.
Alrighty then. This door opens. And you can see very simply that this room has hundreds of white cords stretching from wall to wall, all about 6 inches off the ground. They make a tangled sheet, and it looks impossible to walk through here without stumbling in some way.
It kind of looks like a spider web.
It does indeed look something like a spider web.
So what? Did like no one dust it recently or something?
It's like wet. It's like woven out of white yarn, and it goes all the way out to the walls. Unlike the image I have here.
Huh.
That's 6 inches up.
I'm sorry.
So it's like 6 inches up, so like around like ankle height.
Yep.
Let's check one of the other rooms.
Must ignore that instinct of touching things.
I'm gonna take a peek into this room now.
That room. This room seems completely empty. There's a door on the far end.
I shall take a peek in this door now.
So as you reach out to touch that door and move it, you hear a click. The dozens of little holes in the floor and the ceiling open, and rapier-thin spikes begin lancing out of the floor and the ceiling. So there's going to be a couple attacks. This is against Turvu, and this against Tonatium.
Yeah, that hits.
Why did I walk into this room?
Turvu, you will be struck by spikes, dealing 8 damage.
Oh, jeez.
Tonatium, 6. Would you both kindly make fortitude saves?
Is it a disease?
No.
Alright.
It is a poison.
Poison. Let's see.
I'm probably poisoned.
You are.
For...
Tonatium is not. Turvu, would you please take 4 strength damage?
Ouch.
You may make another fortitude save.
Another 48 save now?
As you begin to slump against the wall, being consumed by the highly virulent and active poison.
Oh no.
Would you kindly take 6 more strength damage?
Okay, I'm at 1 strength now.
I will give you like cloak of resistance real fast.
You may make another fortitude save.
How much does a cloak resistance give?
Just 1, but
There you go.
You manage to overcome the poison, but yeah, you feel you can you feel weak and slow,
Very weak.
and like it stabbed you, and almost instantly you felt your strength leaving you, and you feel nearly paralyzed in an instant.
I'll take my cloak back. Thank you very much.
Get out of this room. As I hobble my way out of this room at 1 strength.
Would you like to use the pole as a walking stick?
Sure.
Alright, well, obviously you just got poisoned. Let's... Can I, knowledge nature for the thing for the poison, if...
Sure. It seems to be some sort of exotic spider's venom
Spider's venom.
that deals 1d6 strength damage per round for 6 rounds.
Ugh. That was nasty.
You're telling me.
Well, how the heck are we going to explain this? But first, I think you should heal our wounds.
Okay, I will do 2 uses of the Cure Light Wounds wand. First one on Tonic PM. Next one on me.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything to help you cure that.
Strength isn't important to me.
Yeah, it just means Tona TM has to carry all of your shit.
Yeah. I'm not carrying much. Quite literally everything I'm carrying I can wear.
But you are at like a 10-pound medium load. So, yeah, what do you wish to do?
I'm gonna go up to the double door and check it for traps. Now that you're gonna be paranoid of that spike trap.
There are no traps nor locks on this great double door.
I'm gonna take a stealthy peek inside.
Because you're at 1 strength, I need you to make a strength check to open this door.
It's a big door.
It's big stone double doors.
What's the penalty for for being at 1?
-5.
I can't open the door.
You don't need strength, huh?
I don't need to start the fight.
Tona TM can open the door without difficulty. It's heavy, but...
Stay back. You're a liability at this point. That looks suspicious.
It's a long hallway with a double door at the far end. And you can see along the walls are arrow slits looking in. The hall is lit by torches at regular intervals, all glowing green with continual flame.
Well, Turbo, master of detecting traps, what's your opinion on this?
What is that roll?
Checking for traps, perception check.
You see a pit trap ready to collapse right in front of you.
Huh. You know, I didn't even think about that.
Also, you're fairly certain that this hallway is meant for people to crossfire on intruders.
There might be more pits around here.
Shall we go the stealthy route then?
Gonna stealthily sneak down the brightly lit corridor.
Or we can try to find another entrance. Hmm. Maybe let's go out and look for a back door.
No, Trevor, we can always go back and get stuff checked.
Hmm.
Are you sure you can go back by
Yeah.
those guards?
We did bluff to the guards they were new recruits, so going back out so soon would be odd.
Whatever. Let's.
There you go.
That's another door, but I'm not sure about it.
Trevor will start stealthing.
Okay.
Okay, apparently we're crawling. Or something. I say as I casually just stroll.
I'll take a sneaky peek through this door.
So you're gonna touch the door?
I'm not sure for transfers.
Okay. Make your perception check. You can hear behind the door. Well, listen, Mackety. Then I says, you know, Slayer, I don't even hate her. Ha 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 ha. And everyone's going, stupid joke. And it sounds like there's 4 voices in there. The one making that stupid joke, Turvu recognizes. It's a stupid joke he's heard before.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this is an alley bastard.
You recognize the voice of resident wannabe class clown, but actually humorless, disgraced elven aristocrat, Clarkus. Clarkus, who has spent 300 years trying to be a baddie and failing miserably because he's a prissy old elf.
You
he was a
mentioned he
former
was an
ally.
ex-aristocrat.
Yeah.
Knowledge nobility?
Clarkus, about 200 years ago, Clarkus's parents caught him in bed with a human and an orc and 2 gnomes and a sheep at the same time. And
I figured.
disinherited him and banished him from the Elven lands forever.
And I know him from the alley bashers.
Yeah. He was one of those enthusiastic people always out to cause trouble who was absolutely bad at it. You mostly had him keep watch.
I'm gonna take a stealthy peek into the room.
So you can see Clarkus, someone you don't know, Blaze, a pyromaniac from the Alley Bashers, and another person you don't know whose face and portrait don't match.
His face and portrait don't match.
Yeah.
I can't see
You
his
can mouse
face.
over.
Oh,
Oh.
it looks like a girl.
I have no clue what happened with that.
I don't know. I'm not the one setting this up.
Something just went wrong in the production of all of these unique-looking NPCs that have unique names and backstories that are here for you to murder.
Hooray!
Also, there's going to be a few perception checks. Nope.
Nope.
And the others can't even possibly succeed, so no one notices you slide open the door, and in fact, you think you could probably get in entirely without anyone noticing you. Turvu, at least. You're fairly certain that if Tonatium followed at present, they'd all be like, "Who are you?"
But should I take the stealthy approach? I know two of them.
Yeah.
Take a step back away from the door and start whispering to Tonatium. It's like, well, two of them are former colleagues.
Oh, good. More people to get killed.
You can actually hear the laughter come up a little bit, and then someone goes, "Shh! We don't want to bother Skaven."
I'll be able to convince the...
I just have a menacing look on Tonatium's face.
Turvu knows all the bad guys. What?
Terminator the fact. Well, you want to try convincing them for help?
Well, let's see. If you see you get your buddies back, they might just end up dead. Like, I don't know. Last time you tried doing that, you ended up getting your teammates killed.
Yeah, you, because we didn't interact with them.
No, you interacted with them. I wanted to go on ahead, and lo and behold, a giant baboon man got me.
Only because he went on ahead.
Why don't you go on ahead?
Alright, fine, I will.
If you could even walk without that stick.
We probably can.
Actually, I'm going to swap the 10-foot pole with the actual walking cane and carry it around.
Okay.
Alright. Turvu's gonna head on inside.
I'm just going to get my wand of magic missile out, just in case.
So, as you walk in, the two people you don't know immediately kind of push their chairs back and draw swords, while the other two turn, start reaching for bows that they have on their backs, and then the one in the far room, Blaze, goes, "Turvu,
What's up?
weren't you, like, working with the guards or something?
What are you talking about?
Like, rescuing orphans or some shit like that?"
No. That's just a rumor.
"Nah, man, I saw ya at, like, that celebration where you pay the big bucks and you get to watch the nobles eat. You were down there, man." And the other two are like, "You know him?" And he's like, "Yeah, this guy, like, used to be our boss before the last laugh cut in on our turf." "Dude, what the hell happened to you? You got a cane and everything. Fuck."
I ran into a small bit of trouble.
Clarkus goes, "Ah, He had it with a gnome wench. Ha 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 ha. No one else is laughing. It's not a good joke. Clarkus thinks it's hilarious.
Same old Clarkus.
Using all my willpower to refuse to just yell boo. He was just very cranky today.
But Blaze does lean forward
Oh.
and go, seriously though, man, what are you doing here?
Oh, I can ask the same for you.
Pay? Buku treasure? All you
Booger.
ability to burn like any intruders? It's awesome.
Again, thinking to myself, well, I want to see how that works out. Oh, consider my fire resistance along with my energy absorption.
All you gotta do is put up with this damn humidity, wear the unholy symbol to please mostly Skaven, and hope you don't get sent on duty back to Triskalar's place. Or get called into Triel's bedroom. No one comes back from that one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I just wanted to yell if you know what I mean.
And you see the others, they're just looking at him like, what the hell? Like, you can tell that these two people you don't know want to stab you. But Blaze is like, this is my old friend. But seriously, dude, security-wise, what's the password, man?
Uh-oh. Hmm. See, how far away is Hillfolk from 153?
20 feet.
20 feet. Gotcha. How far? And 84 is also 20 feet away. Kind of think my cover is blown here. So I'm going to immediately throw my star knife at Hillfolk 184.
Okay,
That was
then.
concealed in my hand.
Okay, then. Make your attack roll and then initiative.
Good thing I don't use strength for anything with star knives.
Guess I'm getting in on the action.
Is that your attack?
Yes, that's my attack roll.
That will hit.
Cool. And he takes 1d4 plus 4, and then 8 damage, because maximized.
You throw the knife, and it goes right into her throat, and she slumps to the table.
Rolling my initiative.
Yeah, initiative time, yeah.
Nope, I'm just gonna be casually joining it. Okay.
What is my initiative? Dex is 2. I have plus 2 initiative, so plus 4.
Turbo.
And then I'm going to immediately throw the other concealed weapon I had in my hand at Hillfolk 163. But it is the dagger, so I have a very low chance of hitting.
Well, let's see that attack roll. So, that barely misses. Like you throw it and it like embeds in the table, in the chair, like right by his neck. And he goes, Blaze, you moron! They killed Giles! As he stands up and makes its way towards you, completely unarmored, longsword in hand.
And he does not hit.
Clarkus goes, Holy shit, Turvu, what the fuck? You didn't have to... Like, Clarkus is looking freaked out, and Blaze is like, man, if you were involved, you would have known there wasn't any fucking password. Would you please make a sense motive check, Turvu?
Alright.
And Turvu does not see the crossbow under the table pointed at him.
I think it
And
misses.
it misses.
Well, I just saw a crossbow fly through the door. I'm guessing it's time to interfere, I guess. Just standing there and just...
Yeah, just thump, crossbow bolt goes flying out the door.
Well, I guess my first action is to put up the ward. And I'll take out my wand out and walk in with the wand pointed.
Turvu.
Alright. Try that your way, so let's try mine. Put the weapons down.
Make an intimidate check, Tonatium.
Intimidate. I do not have it. So...
The tall guy
This
walks
thing is
in with a stick, says, put your weapons down, and they're like, what? Turvu.
Trevor's gonna talk to Clarkus and Blaze. Hey, help me out here, and I can insure you some money. Before trying to slash it to Hillfolk 163 with his star knife.
Make a bluff.
A bluff?
Yeah.
Well, it's not like you have money on you
Okay.
now.
Make your attack. That will hit. Oof, that's not as great an attack, but yeah, you've done a little bit of damage to this hill folk here.
Oh yeah, Turbo, you're in my ward, so you have a +2 to your AC.
Who comes around with the sword once more at you. Clarkus is like, money, eh? I do like me some money. As he slides a dagger, or attempts to slide a dagger into this hill folk's back. Missing. Blaze stands up and takes a step back, spending the round reloading a crossbow.
You know, I should keep Blaze alive out of respect for Teru's wishes.
And Clarkus.
And Carcass. Yeah, I don't really care. Maybe you could still talk him out, but I doubt it, so I'm just gonna shoot Hillfolk 163 till I'm completely sure. With my wand and missile. Magic. Where did I put that thing? Yeah. All three. consider that a warning shot.
Oh, he's dead.
Only reason you two are still breathing is because Turbo knows ya.
Speaking of Turvu, Tonatium, would you make perception checks?
Perception. No. That is not in my jurisdiction.
Well. So you can hear a voice shout out, "Keep your ruckus to a minimum, you foolish half-wits."
I could definitely get you two in trouble right now if I wanted to.
Turvu.
So, Clarkus, please, you please listen to me and my compatriot here for a second.
Clarkus nods. Blaze keeps the crossbow pointed at you but nods and says quietly,
All right, then.
We're trying to also keep since he has his crossbow pointed at Turbo, I'll have the wand pointed at Blaze.
Well, we're here to stop the people you're working with. And since we are getting paid by Cauldron, we could probably ensure you a really nice cut if you help us out.
"Just us?"
Are there more alley-bashers working here?
Yeah, like, we were down on our luck. Trail, like, hired all of us, pretty much.
You know why she hired you, right?
Yeah. They've been doing raids on wizards and clerics, stealing magical items. They got this contract going. Some beholder named Circius.
Beholder?
Yeah.
We might have met him.
Apparently they're taking these magic items, these artifacts, and rebuilding them into something else. Pays big, we get our cut. Dude, this is the last job. We just gotta chill, wait for the follow-up, and we're all gonna get our rewards.
And what will you do with said rewards?
Especially when Cauldron is destroyed.
Cauldron get destroyed? Dude, this beholder guy is like a nerd, man.
They took the water control rods.
Yeah, so some poor people fucking flood. The rainy season don't last forever. And with this, I'll be able to afford to go to a university, learn some actual fucking magic, man.
I have a wizard right here who can teach you all the magic you want.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes at that comment.
Come on. You know, you don't want Cauldron to flood, or potentially worse, because what are they planning with all this magic?
Dude, it's like... doesn't even have to do with Cauldron, man. It's something about reinforcing a prison or some shit like that.
Reinforcing a prison.
Yeah. I don't know all the details.
Prison, is that the first time this came up for Tonatium?
Yes.
Is that the person that come up for me?
Um, you remember vaguely a dream of screaming and banging your hands against a cage.
Trigger's gonna turn it down. Damn, this has to do with the prophecy.
How do you know that? They never mentioned prison.
Oh shit, this is nightmare stuff, ain't it?
You
Well,
still remember that?
see, it's a good guy, right? Like, whatever nightmare shit you get is horrible, and if the circus guy's stopping it, it's fine. And if, like, Cauldron blows up, I mean, who gives a fuck about Cauldron? It's last laugh territory.
It won't be just Cauldron if it happens to deal with the prophecy we're talking about. It will be the whole world.
Bullshit. He's like, listen, man. You know, we're old friends. Carcass and I were drunk, right? You came in. You killed us. We weren't really dead. We got away. I mean, I got paid enough, right? I can head to Greyhawk. You just head on in and don't worry about it.
Who's saying this?
Blazes.
Hey, Turbo, you might want to tell them about what happened at the inn.
Oh, you know how they killed Starzone?
About how Tongue Eater not only killed what was your men over there, but also desecrated their corpses.
Oh yeah, that one of the underlings of the people you were working for, Tongue Eater, he murdered a bunch of people, including Polly.
Fuck. Tongue Eater's one of Trascaler's, man. You keep a wide berth. I told those fuckers, you know, go, be obsequious, get the job done, and get the fuck out. I mean, dude, you look at Tongue Eater sideways, he fucking crushes your skull, man.
Well, I crushed his skull with the magic.
Cool.
So you really want to abandon this? Or you can help us in avenging our former allies.
Dude, if you know what's good for you, turn around and head out now, okay? Skaven's a fucking idiot. He's got his head in his book trying to figure some shit out. But he's working a problem he can't figure, and when he gets pissed off, he's going to notice that we're chatting in here and we aren't being rowdy. He's going to come look, and then he's going to fucking kill us all, man. Just a matter of time, eh?
Really tempted to sing a
One
song.
sec.
At about this time, you hear a voice go, "Why is it so quiet over there?"
Trevor's gonna say, hey, quick, Clarkus, you do one of your lame jokes.
Clarkus goes, "What's funnier than McAdee? McAdee dead, ha 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 ha."
Boo!
And the door opens, and out walks a frickin' halfling. A halfling with his head shaved and his beard cut into a pointy chin strap, wearing... It looks like he was trying to make black wizard robes, but out of, like, wolf pelts. And he walks in and looks around and goes, "What the hell is going on here?" And he looks at Turvu, and he looks at Tonatium, and he makes his initiative roll.
Oh man, I should have sang the song, shouldn't I?
Turvu. This guy is
Escaping
reaching
isn't
into a
someone I know
pouch.
Skaven isn't someone I know from the Alley Bashers, right?
He is not.
Cool. I'm gonna Arcane Strike, throw my Star Knife at him. But I keep forgetting about the fucking close range bonus.
So, as it comes flying by, it strikes a shimmering field of light.
Oh.
And Clarkus immediately lunges over the table and scrambles to the back wall, obviously not having anything to do with this little guy. And Blaze is like, and Blaze, looking at Turvu, goes, "Be careful! It's a wizard, sir!" And the man goes, "Yes, troublesome," and flicks some powder towards Turvu, holding his hand forward. And as he does, the powder spirals up. Crackling charges occur. And a bolt of lightning flies out towards Turvu and Tonatium.
Ah, shit.
Alright.
Reflex, I guess.
Reflex saves, please.
Alright.
Yeah.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
What?
Well, that's okay. I think I can tank a hit.
That's his level. Okay. The lightning bolt
14
strikes
doesn't
both
hit.
of you directly.
Ouch.
For 17 damage.
Cool, I only take 12.
Oh, jeez!
I have resistance 5 electricity.
He goes, "You disturb my studies, intruders." Tonatium.
Hey! Tonatium looks very woozy, but otherwise fine. Like, he doesn't look hard, he just looks like someone that just, had low voltage going through his body.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, first of all... Yeah, he's getting the magic missiles.
They missiles all hit. And he goes, "Oof." Turvu.
And I'm ducking behind cover.
I'm gonna cast Bladed Dash. I can move 30 feet, and I can attack once during the whole movement.
Alright. That will hit.
Let me check if Bladed Dash actually does any bonus damage or not. Or if it's just movement and attack.
Okay.
I get a circumstance bonus on my attack roll, like on my charisma modifier, so now it doesn't do any bonus damage.
He takes the cut. It tears through his flesh. And Clarkus hits the ground, covers his eyes, and goes, "No, no, 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 don't do it. And Blaze also kind of slinks backwards slightly. Skaven looks at you and says, "Insolent fool, you cut me." As he steps back and says, "I have no time for this.
Oh
Come,
no.
my slave, and slay this man." Turvu, I need you to make a will save.
Is this insanity, madness, or sleep?
No.
Alright.
So, what would you say is Turvu's worst fear?
Trevor's worst fear?
Oh.
Let's see. Trevor's worst fear.
As a creature, the most terrifying creature Turvu fears.
Oh god. Probably him becoming the demon that is in his bloodline.
You see the tentacles, the writhing tentacled back of the creature from your nightmares as it crawls out through a portal to the deepest pits of hell, rising to stand over you. And it reaches out to clutch your heart. Would you make a fortitude save, please?
Is this Silent Killer?
Please make a fortitude save.
It's much worse.
Oh, and thank God. Okay.
It was
Okay,
instant
okay.
death spell, isn't it?
We're good. We're good.
You only take 18 points of damage.
Alright. I'm assuming that was Phantasmal Killer.
That indeed it was.
Hi.
As it fades. Quintium,
No.
you heard Turvu screaming.
Yeah.
What level spells Phantasmal Killer? It's like level 9, right?
It is a level 4.
Oh. That's a very early instant death spell.
Gonna run in here and. Uh-oh.
You get in there just in time to see a shadowy, vague shape vanish.
Okay, that's it. I was gonna hopefully use this for something more useful, but. Let blast Skaven!
I love
need to
the
make
flash
a
so much.
touch. Need to make a touch range attack.
That
Is that
that certainly touches.
And he takes strength, protection, con damage now.
And he's. Wait, is he paralyzed? Let's see.
No, he starts taking strength, protection, con damage, and the second any of them hits one, he is paralyzed from the neck down.
So give me the strength damage. Okay.
Strength. Con.
So and that's going to cost him hit points. As you whiplash him and he gets yanked to the ground going, ah. Turvu.
I want to use my use a spell slot to cast Cure Moderate Wounds on myself.
Alright.
Ten hit points healed, and then I'm gonna step up to be right next to him.
Clarkus peeks up and goes, Turvu's still alive. And Blaze goes, yeah. Maybe it doesn't work on demons. And Skaven, grasping at this magical thing, goes, no! And He's doing this at Turvu because Turvu is approaching him. He just shouts at Turvu. It's a really big, loud noise. I need you to make a fortitude save.
Why are those fortitude save?
You are deafened.
Ow.
For 7 rounds.
Ow.
And take 16 points of sonic damage.
16 points of sonic damage, alright. Yeah.
As your ears begin to bleed.
15.
Donatium.
The blast damage time. Drink. Deck. On.
State. There we go. He is unable to move anymore.
Yeah, he's paralyzed from the neck down.
I'm sorry. Tonatium, I imagine you still have things to do.
Well, he's paralyzed. Where do I have that? Can I do that? Maybe I should. Yeah, just to be safe. I'm gonna have to coup de grace him. With this dagger.
So as you draw the dagger, and he's paralyzed, he starts going, no, 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 no! But I imagine you do it anyway?
I guess in a moment of weakness I'll hesitate.
Durvu.
Let's see. Maybe we should interrogate him, Jim. I say, completely deaf. I'm gonna wait.
Skaven looks around, breathing, stuck, paralyzed. Make a will save, please, Tonatium Turvu.
Is this the fear, death, insanity, or confusion effect?
No. So, Mal, you hear a voice, an indistinct voice coming from down the hallway, saying, I hear a ruckus. We need to get any reinforcements out there now. And the sounds of boots coming down the hall. Tonatium, you notice that Skaven is his eyes closed and is whispering, and you realize that those sounds are illusions.
Wait, I want to be able to hear.
And yet you
I'm
do.
deafened.
Not here, because you are deafened, yes.
If it's an illusion, wouldn't it be still in his head, though?
It's illusionary sound.
Yeah. So yeah, Tonatium's the only one who can hear it, and Tonatium is completely aware it's bullshit.
I love he inadvertently saved me from his own desperation attempt.
As he does it, he just kind of cocks a smile. Triskalar will feast on your flesh. You'll have no secrets from me. I will take them to the Lord of Secrets herself.
Well, then that makes my job easier. By the way, nice Nice act. As they say as I stab his throat.
Okay. He falls to the ground. And he never got to use any of that. Well, okay then.
I mean, he nearly immediately killed me, so.
Yeah, when he started asking me what you fear the most, I was like, no, 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 no.
I was scared it was like some summon spell I didn't know of that summoned your enemy's worst fear.
Which that actually sounds like a cool spell, but yeah, yeah, Phantasmal Killer is scary.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Especially when it has a DC 17 save.
Yeah, and my fort save is 3.
Yeah. If you rolled 1 lower, you would have died.
I thought Defender wins. On
He's
ties.
Defender.
He's the Defender?
You're making a save. Yeah. Oh, no, you're right. You're right. He had a DC 18. So, yeah, if you'd rolled 1 lower, you would have died. Yeah. Yay, he's dead.
Yay, Trevor can't hear.
And Clarkus and Blaze are like, yeah, we're gonna get out of here. This is bad news. Good luck. Don't die. I think they're gonna know that he's dead. And they, like, bolted out towards the rope. Do you do anything?
Well, Trevor didn't hear anything.
Yeah, Trevor would see them run out the door.
He probably wouldn't call out because of risking getting guards' attentions.
And Turvu's hearing will come back just in time to hear a splash in the distance.
Did they jump into the lake?
And then a few moments later, the sounds of screaming.
God damn it. Why does everyone I know and love die?
Well, it looks like the lake is not an option. Shame. Might as well check his stuff and see if I can find any use.
So he's got himself a dagger, a pair of bracers he's wearing, a set of goggles that are dangling around his neck, a pair of nice silk slippers, a pearl, a wand, a rod, 8 potions, 2 leather pouches, and a keyring.
I need a lot of magical items then.
Yeah, probably. Let's check the rod.
Okay, would you make a fortitude save?
Of course.
That's what it is.
So you are not knocked out by the blaring magical aura of that rod. But it does wash out all the other magic. It's one of the rods you're looking for.
Ah, so they split them up.
Water control rods.
Yeah.
How many was there? There was 4 or 5?
8.
8? And they still have all.
But man, this thing's energy is so loud. I never thought I'd feel it like this.
Yeah, like when you hold it, you can feel the arcane power flowing through you. Well, it's not arcane power, excuse me, the divine power.
That's right, it's a divine spell. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to using divinity spells.
Also, while I'm at it, I'm going to use 3 charges of my Cure Moderate Wounds wand. I am very hurt.
Are you alright, Turbu? Look like we've seen a demon.
14, my current of 15, so that's 29. 38, I think, or 48. 48? From 29 plus 9. And then... No, good. I don't need these 3. I only need these 2.
So yeah. If
Yeah,
only
look
you
at
had
that,
some
that'd be
sort of
cute.
extra dimensional space you could stash the rod in while you looked at other magic items.
Oh yeah, that's right. The fanny pack.
Yeah, you have your fanny pack.
Let's just put the rod of control in there then.
You can now detect that the bracers, the goggles, the slippers, the pearl, the wand, all 8 potions are magic.
Okay. This is why I'm trying to learn how to type faster. Bracer, goggles, slippers.
Pearl,
6 potions?
wand,
Pearl, wand,
8 potions.
8.
Yeah.
Well, alright. I guess we'll start with the bracer.
Those are just plain old bracers of armor plus 1.
Do I have bracers yet?
Do you?
You have the protection thing, which is a deflection bonus. So if it's bracers of armor, if it gives you an armor class,
No, I have a
bonus, it
cloak of
will-
resistance that works with my saves. I have an amulet of natural armor.
You can wear the
Aren't
bracers.
you wearing armor currently?
I don't have any bracers, it seems.
Tornatium doesn't wear armor.
But you were wearing
Oh
something.
yeah, the mithril shirt.
Oh yeah. They will not have an effect because
Yeah,
they're
because
less
you already
than
have
that.
armor.
Guess we could sell that if we get out of here alive. Goggles.
Those are some goggles of minute seeing.
Ooh, minute.
Minute.
What
See?
does that do?
What does that do?
Are they like magnifying glasses, basically?
Pretty much. So I don't lie to you, I will look it up to be 100%. They permit you to see better than normal at distances of 1 foot or less, giving you a +5 on disable device checks.
Ooh,
I'll toss those to Turvu.
goggles! They take up my eye slot, correct?
Correct. And they stop your smoke from flowing out.
Yeah.
So I like to imagine they just fog up the goggles instead.
You know those
Okay.
really kind of dorky looking goggles with the like extended bulgy bit that you see wizards wear in bad fantasy movies?
Yeah.
It's those.
I need an image of this because I've only seen goggles in like steampunk stuff.
+5 to disable device.
Is there a goggle?
They are probably exactly what you're thinking of from steampunk.
Those
Are
things.
they like the ones with like the telescoping little things that like slide down like?
Like that.
Oh, those things. Yeah, those look pretty cool though.
Okay.
Imagine Trevor wearing that.
And they got plugged up.
Yeah, the fogging up doesn't stop Turvu from seeing. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and I can see
like,
through the smoke, so
they've
obviously
got-
it wouldn't.
they're kind of got this orange tint, but the second Turvu puts them on, they fill up and become like jet black.
You can
I'm
still see
badass
through
now.
those, right?
I'm assuming I probably can, because if I'm seeing and there is already smoke pouring out of my eyeballs,
Yeah,
I doubt
Turvu
the smoke
doesn't.
impedes my vision.
The smoke kind of is Turvu's eyes.
Yeah.
Like, remember, Turvu doesn't have eyes. Turvu has empty eye sockets that pour out
There's
smoke.
empty black holes. More smoke.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I'll check on the slippers.
Okay. Spider climb.
Ooh.
Well, at least we have a viable way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a darn good thing that Tonatium did the lash.
Yes, it is.
I wonder if all these potions are the same.
I think there's also a pearl, remember?
There's a pearl,
Yeah,
a
I guess I
wand.
can do the pearl.
Yeah, there's a pearl, a wand, and 8 potions.
Guess we'll do the pearl next.
Or
It's
pearl power.
Pearl of Power, first level.
Nice.
It is.
I forget. Those
And
those are the
then
ones that are useful for spontaneous casters, right?
they're the ones that let you spontaneously recall a first level spell.
So they're not good for spontaneous casters, that's right. They're good for prayer casters.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the wand.
And the wound.
It's a wand of mage armor. With,
Oh, I need this. So
with
wait, it won't
thir-
stack with my mithril shirt. Dang.
with
Yeah.
39 charges remaining.
Well, I guess I could probably find a buyer and trade it for a wand of shield or something.
Then there's the potions. 6 of them are the same.
6 of them are the same. Let me just rearrange this. 6 potions of...
Hiding.
Oh wow.
Hiding.
Hiding.
Yes.
He had 6 of these.
Yes. And there's a 7th empty bottle.
Wonder if there's any left over from the residue.
It's another elixir of hiding. It looks like he
Where's hiding
drank
here?
it. He drank it to hide, and then just barged in here shouting, negating its effect.
Huh.
So what does hiding do?
It gives a bonus to stealth checks.
Nice.
Specifically, it gives a plus 10 to stealth checks for 1 hour.
Damn.
Well, I guess I'll split those up.
Yeah, let's put on 3-3.
Plus 10 to stealth.
One of the other
One.
two potions you've identified enough that you recognize it immediately as a potion of cure moderate wounds.
Nice.
I'll ask for the king.
I will give you the cane.
I'll hide the potion in that.
Okay. The last potion
And give
you don't recognize.
and give the cane back to Turvu.
Okay.
Oh yeah, one last potion.
Yes. That is a potion of gaseous form.
Oh, he was trying to escape. He was going to use that to escape.
And then he has 2 leather pouches and a keyring.
I'll nab that keyring.
Alright. I'll look in the pouches.
Okay. So the keyring has 4 keys on it. The pouches, one of them is full of spellcasting components. The other has 58 gold pieces and 4 platinum.
58 or So I'll give 29 gold pieces to Turbo as well as 2 platinum.
Yay.
Turvu, since we're going to be breaking soon, and I am going to forget, will you make note that you have keys to 3, 11, 20, 24, and 25?
2, 3, 11, 22,
20,
20, and 25.
20, 24, and 25.
So 3, 20, 24, and 25?
3,
Uh-huh.
11,
Uh-huh.
20,
Uh-huh.
24,
All right.
and 25.
So one of the keys works on 2 doors.
One of them works on 2 things.
Gotcha.
Just, I know that those numbers mean nothing to you, and they mean something to me.
Yes.
So, what do you wish to do?
Well, see what he was hiding.
I'm gonna get my star knife from Hillfolk 184 and my dagger that I threw.
Okay. You can see the hallway beyond the open door, and the open door into his room.
His room would probably be a good thing to check.
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently those wands were separated, so maybe it's best if I try to sense some magic.
Well, first, when you walk into this room, it's warm but dry.
It's not humid.
There's a well-made desk sitting on the opposite wall, which looks like it was melted by an ancient lava flow. The wall, not the desk. There's a bookshelf sitting on the northern wall next to a door, and the room is lit by a softly glowing chandelier hanging from the ceiling. There is a soft there's a soft breeze within the room.
All right.
Detect magic?
So I need to check a couple things. You detect a moderate aura of conjuration radiating through the room. There's a lesser planar binding cast upon the room.
Lesser planar binding? Oh.
It seems that there's an air elemental bound there.
Possibly to blow away the breeze? I mean, to blow away the humidity? That's not good. And now I'm just remembering that one time we unleashed a water elemental from a filtering system.
I remember that. And none of us could kill it.
Well, let's try not to unleash anything.
I'm gonna take a peek. I'm gonna check this door for traps.
Hey. You notice something. I'm not quite sure how to describe this to you. Give me one moment. You see text written along the door. The text begins, "To open me, intruder, dear, answer me these questions 3. Do you keep reading?
I guess.
Okay. So, the first question is, what gets wet while it's drying?
A towel.
What can go up a chimney down, but never go down a chimney up?
What can go up a chimney down, but never down a chimney up?
Wait, repeat that second one?
What can go up a chimney down, but never down a chimney up?
I think I know the answer, but I'm not the one reading the riddle, so I'm not gonna help.
Do I specifically have to answer it?
And the writing on the door simply says, "Answer me these questions 3."
I'm pretty sure you can help.
Carver, what are you doing over there?
It's riddles.
Do we really have time for that?
He's hiding this door with. If he's locking this door with riddles, there might be something important behind it.
Where is it?
It's written on the door in big letters.
Ah,
To open me, intruder dear, answer me these riddles 3. What gets wet while it's drying? Do you keep reading?
yes.
What can go up a chimney down, but can't go down a chimney up?
Go up a chimney down, but not go up a chimney. Go down a chimney.
Go up a chimney down, but not go down a chimney up.
Do you keep reading?
Yes.
If you took 2 apples from 3 apples, how many apples would you have? And as you finish the last word on the door, the writing on the door shimmers and reforms into a silver serpent that lunges towards Tonatium. I need you to make a reflex save.
Reflex.
Yes. You dodge the serpent as it strikes out and crumbles into ink.
Oh God, was that one spell that seals you in a thing if it hits you?
Yes.
You would have been trapped, and I would have been able to do nothing about it.
There is no longer any writing on the door.
I knew there was something suspicious the moment it addressed us as intruder.
I mean, there's probably no more traps now that I've looked, and that was the only thing.
Yeah, the character I never knew about this whole thing, so I felt that was cool. But in character, I want to pretend that Total Team just knew something was coming and just talked nonchalantly when he finished reading.
You may make a spellcraft check.
Do you know how risky you were if I'm thinking it's the spell I'm thinking of?
You have no idea what spell that was, actually.
Huh.
Out of character, it's that one spell that traps you, right?
Yeah, it's Sepia Snake Sigil.
Yeah, the thing that suspends you in animation.
Permanently until it is dispelled.
Yeah, you would have fucking been literally trapped, because I can't dispel it.
Yeah, you would have been trapped until Skaven came around to dispel it. Oh, wait. Fuck.
He's dead. If I had been hit, you would have been able to spell it.
Maybe.
Well, I'm pretty sure the door's fine now.
The door has no doorknob.
Ah, is it a fake door?
It does have a keyhole.
I'm gonna use the keys.
Okay. When you find the correct key, the door kind of shimmers and becomes translucent, and you find yourself able to walk through it.
Neat.
This room, like the last one, is cool and dry and comfortable. There's a bed against the north wall, a thick red carpet along the floor, and bookshelves lining the walls, full of books, tomes, and scrolls of all shapes and sizes. The breeze continues here.
Let's detect some magic.
You detect a conjuration magic coming from behind this bookshelf.
I'm going to point that out to Tony TM, because I can't do anything about that.
Do anything about what?
The conjuration magic I detected behind the bookshelf.
Oh. Let's see.
There's another sepia snake sigil behind the bookshelf.
Well, it's a good thing I prepared one of these, but I'd rather just spell it some other way.
How does Sepia's snake sigil activate?
You have to read... Yeah, and also, Tonatium, as you're looking at that magic, you go, oh shit, Sepia Snake Sigil, that's what was on the door.
Yeah.
And it has to be cast upon text of at least 50 words. And upon reading the last word, the text turns into the snake and tries to bite you.
Is it possible to get through with just ignoring it?
Oh yeah, if you dodge it, it's fine. If you don't read it, it's fine.
If you don't read the last word, it's fine.
Yeah.
Or if we had something else read it.
That could possibly work too.
Do they have to be able to comprehend the words?
Yes.
Okay, then that nixes my idea of using summon minor monster to activate the trap. Unless there's an animal that can read.
What does Tonatium do?
Is contemplating letting Mr. Squirrel take the snake.
Let's
I will
roll off the
gladly
read.
do so, my master. As Mr. Squirrel starts scurrying towards the bookshelf, the wind whispers, "Don't touch the books."
Huh? What was that?
Don't touch the books.
Are you an elemental spirit?
There's no answer. But the breeze seems to have gone a little still.
There's no real reason to mess with the sigil if none of the books are magical in any sense.
Tonatium, you would know that spellbooks are not themselves magical.
Not by themselves. At best, you could probably rip a page out and use it as a scroll.
Or study the spellbook and learn all the spells.
That too.
If you want, if you give me that cloak of resistance, I can read the sigil.
Your squirrel turns back and says, I can see it here, I can read it. Do we ignore the voice and go ahead?
I don't know. We should probably... Trying to think. What do I know about elemental spirits?
Knowledge planes. So, you know that air elementals have a number of immunities. They cannot bleed. They're immune to poison, paralysis, sleep, stun, critical hits, flanking, sneak attacks. They needn't breathe. They needn't eat. They needn't sleep. And air elementals, in particular, can be slightly dangerous since they can turn into whirlwinds.
I think it's best to leave this stuff alone if there's no immediate gain from this.
You also know that elementals don't tend to willingly be guard dogs. They tend to only do functions like that when magically compelled by spells like planar binding, which is still infusing this room.
I wonder if there's a way to disable it.
Yes, but will disabling that be a good idea? You might want to stay in the other room just in case.
You sure?
Or the one with the walking stick.
I'm also the one with more health.
I will dispel the planar binding.
Okay, do the caster level check.
So level, this is my favorite school, so... 1d20 plus... that's 7. What? 4... Wait, what was concentration check again?
You're going to need your d20 plus your casting stat plus your level plus any bonuses for favorite school.
Okay. Casting stat plus level. Oh, okay, that'll be fine.
All you had to roll was not a 1.
Curse you, negative level!
That way you rolled a 6 and not a 7.
Yeah.
I'll give you a choice. You can fail, or you can succeed, but...
And
Yes. Oh, who am I kidding? There is going to be a drawback to succeeding, but if it's a succeed, but it'll go well with the crit fail, I think.
Okay. Speaking of, give me a 1d52 plus 6.
does that count as a crit round magic?
He's being nice, I think.
Yeah.
You rolled max. Almost. Too low than max.
The magic is stronger than you expect, and when you dispel it, it flows backwards through you. Please take 1 point of Constitution drain.
Ooh, drain doesn't go away.
As the magic ravages you from within. And you immediately hear cackling. Don't touch the books! And the books start blowing off of the shelves, flying every which way. And you get out of the room just in time for the air elemental to create a little whirlwind and throw the books in that room everywhere. And then things quiet down, and you know the elemental is gone. Because it is now hot and humid and uncomfortable.
The books were destroyed or not.
I think I'm gonna puke. Cut to credits.
Blood comes out. Like, that just, like, gave Tonatium internal injuries. Tonatium is not looking great.
Well, can't help you there. I'm basically an assassin, not a doctor.
And your squirrel comes back and says, "Boss, the whirlwind knocked the thing with the writing on it off. I can't read the writing anymore. There's a book in there. And a stick."
A stick.
Yeah.
It would have happened.
We have fused.
And you can see behind the books where the sepia sigil was has been knocked down, and there's a little cubby hole lined with lead. And there's a rod on top of a book.
Did it happen to look similar to the rod I picked up from the...
It's identical.
2 of 8.
I'm gonna have to not puke again just to check, am I?
No, I can check if you want.
Detect magic.
Fortitude save. Yeah, it's one of them big divine scary rods.
And just to be safe.
What's that for?
Spell check.
You can't really spellcraft check these rods. They kick you out of your detect magic.
Oh.
Now what about the book?
But I'm gonna guess it's a rod of control.
You can
Yes,
guess that. That's probably a good guess.
I'll put it in the fanny pack.
In the fanny pack. Careful, we'll pick up the book.
The book is written in gnome and is full of arcane diagrams.
Careful, we'll give the book to Tony Tim, because he doesn't understand that shit.
I don't either. I just know the alphabet.
Good news for you. It's written in common using the alphabet.
Oh, that's better. Oh, what do we have here?
We have a spell book. with all of the following spells.
This must be Skeevers.
Detect poison, ghost sound, mage hand, precipitation, burning hand, chill touch, comprehend languages, hold portal, missile, true strike. Detect thoughts, ghoul touch, visibility, swording ray, see invisibility. Clairvoyance, displacement, lightning bolt, vampiric touch, arcane eye, phantasmal killer, shout.
Alarm, arcane lock.
Come on.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna save this image and then just put down Skeevers spellbook.
There's a lot of spells you can study there.
Yes, there is. Assuming what he used on me was shout.
That would be exactly what he used on you.
I like how he used 2 of his 4th level spells on me.
Yeah.
Well, he saw you as a threat.
He did the 3rd level spell and then the 2 4th level spells.
Yep,
Yeah.
there it is. Phantasmal Killer. That's a 4th level spell? Huh.
Yeah.
I could have swore that was a higher one. Okay.
I thought it was level 9.
I would say 9. I'd say maybe like 6, maybe 7.
No, it's like the first real save or die spell.
Shout.
That's why Tom kept dying to it in other games and being so upset. Because you hit about this
I
level.
almost died to it.
You'd hit this level, and then you'd run into a room, and there'd be a phantasmal killer trap, and he'd be like, "No, it's too early for save or die."
I think I was subjected to a Phantasmal Killer, but I was playing as Mevris, so like at that point he had like the ability to negate weakened effects if I saved. Like
Yeah.
basically evasion before like will and fort saves.
Yeah, but in that case, I seem to recall Mebris made his will save, and Mebris was like, "That's not real,"
That's not at all.
because Mebris was kind of a badass.
He was a badass.
Well, pretty decent badass, but not against will saves.
Yeah, will negate,
of my
fort,
dream haunted.
reduce, fail both, die. So this seems like a perfect place to end the session.
That elemental though. I'm always scared about elementals because of this stuff.
We probably could have taken the elemental. A bit of attack does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it.
Experience, huh?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Give me we might level, but I don't think we're gonna.
Video game level.
So let's see. You did overcome the challenge of the elemental. So you have that plus 6 of those. Plus Skaven himself.
Shame that you couldn't recruit more of your former members back to your cause, though.
Shame that they immediately died despite knowing.
I made their dexterity checks and they failed.
Why did they do a dexterity check?
I'm guessing something grabbed them.
No, because they were going up the rope without using the winch.
Oh.
Why don't they just use the winch?
Only one of them could go.
What? And even then, I'm sure they have guards stationed there, so they'd be like asking questions that they don't want to be part of.
So each of you gets 3,200 experience for the session.
So
Nice.
we are at 2, 8, 7, 0.
Mostly for just whipping the high-level wizard's ass.
Sweet EXP.
So,
But yeah, I was hoping to save that Limb Lash for like something a bit bigger.
I mean, he almost
But when
nearly
he was
killed
casting
me, so.
Phantasmal Killer, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta shut this guy down.
Yep.
At least he only had it prepared once.
Well, you didn't know that.
Yeah, we didn't know that at first. Now we know he only had it prepared once.
And I was like,
In character, you don't know that. You just know it's in the spellbook.
Yeah. We were really close to level up.
So, favorite and least
We
favorite
are-
parts of session?
I do love the fact that I just lied my way into this place.
I feel like that was pretty absurd, but that it worked.
I'm a very convincing liar.
I have the
Hey.
sense motive all prepped, and then you roll that and go, yeah, their highest is 26, and that's a 32.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20 with a 13.
Yeah. It's like, nope, they can't succeed. They're like, yeah, cool, okay. Demon and wizard, they're coming to help Skaven, sure.
Yeah, I was
I
not
got it.
considering reading their minds to figure out the password when they mentioned it, but
And then you would have learned that Blaze was testing you, and there is no password. Because it assumed the guards won't let through people who aren't supposed to be here.
I was also half considering just going in and saying, the password is go fuck yourself. Boom! Automatic
Yeah,
missile.
that's basically what I said. I said, immediately killed one of them.
Yeah, you could have totally have done that with your sick burn spell.
Well,
No. I don't have the ability to use my sneak attack damage on spells yet.
possibly next time on the Shackled City. Maybe that.
Maybe dinosaur.
Maybe, Dynus. It's our old friend!
Also, this room is weird.
Why?
Because when you move through the threshold, it makes you go into the side room.
Oh. Oh, that's why that's on my vision. Okay. Or like it says, or at least it's like it says I've already been there, even if I don't see it.
That's weird. That's a bug. That's not supposed to happen. And
'Cause,
because your vision revealed it, I can't fix it. So you don't know about that.
Yeah, we
don't know.
We don't know about the room that looks like it has a lot of tree branch shadows on it.
And we definitely don't know anything about a skeleton T-Rex.
Yeah, no. We don't know about that yet.
So
2 rods, 6 to go.
least favorite part of the session?
Least favorite part?
The fact that I immediately got down to 1 strength.
That was amusing. I hate the fact that I walked right in when you activated the trap.
I hate that you didn't even look for a trap. There's a big empty
I
room
wasn't
here.
expecting traps in the hallway. I thought we were good. That wasn't even the main entry.
I was expecting going in and fighting jellies, but no, and apparently there was a huge fancy staircase waiting for us.
Yeah. I was chuckling the entire time you were doing that. I'm like, yeah. There's a DC 5 survival check, and if they fail that, then they assume it's a trap and they leave, and then they get lost and have random encounters until they go, oh, I guess we should go down the stairway.
And the thing was, I did have a spell to help us out in case we did get lost in the tunnels. I prepped Breeze, because I know the air would have gone to the exit.
Well,
Yeah, Kit, you know that DC 5 survival thing that both of me and Antonio could fail?
yeah.
Because I have 2 in survival.
Yeah. That's why I had the random encounter chart open.
That's why I did the performance on Antonio to try to make sure that we couldn't fail.
But yeah. How did you enjoy the first save or die of the
No.
campaign?
Sorry, I've like I've got that much. It's like cool thematically, but I could get why people
It's
get
cool
upset over
thematically,
it.
but it's cool thematically, but you nearly just lost the person that's linked to the story so much that you love.
Hey, then you weren't part of the prophecy if you died right there.
Or maybe the prophecy would immediately have happened.
Who knows?
It would have been an interesting thing.
That's what kind of I'm assuming now. Is that the prophecy isn't like, oh hey, if you don't kill this guy, it's gonna happen. It's if you do kill this guy, it's gonna happen.
That's for me to know, and you to maybe find out.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe.
find out when I die.
You can hit it right now. You're at one strength.
What do you mean?
You're at one strength. I could just chill touch you or something to paralyze you.
Nah, you have to touch me first.
No.
Yeah, you're right. I probably would be able to do it.
Ooh. Time to go to bed because daylight savings fucked my sleep up again.
Yeah, same.
Time to finish my pasta.
It's sort of fixed my schedule, to be honest. Weird.
I'm accustomed to waking up at like 3 a.m. Only
This
now
is the
3
one
a.m.
downside.
is 2 a.m.
The
I would
one
like
downside
staying
to
up
these
and
games.
sleeping in. So I think the daylight savings somehow fixed that.
Kid, it's the one downside to these games.
What?
So, my family normally has dinner at 6. So every time we play the Monday game, I always just have a plate of food waiting and getting cold.
Same here. Speaking of which, I guess I gotta go and eat some dinner.
Peace.
See ya.
I live on my own. I make dinner, so I eat dinner before game.
Yeah. Or after game, if you got one. Or.
I do it before. Peace.
Yeah.